Good morning, YouTube. We are back. We're live and direct. So it's been a minute, it's been a little while, a week, maybe a bit longer since I did a YouTuber last. And basically it's just because when I do these, I want them to have some substance and some actual updates that have gone on since the last video. And there has been quite a lot going on since the last one in terms of changes from Hilly, changes to my physique, to food, to the plan. I'd rather give you an update when things do get changed rather than just the same stuff. Like I can't just do a full day of eating all the time when it's the same food. It is obviously the same food sources, but when it's like the same amounts and stuff, I'm like, I don't really want to put that on YouTube. It's probably a bit jarring, to be honest. But today is Friday 27th. Yeah, Friday the 27th. And there's been quite a few changes to the plan, to my physique, and I'm going to give you those throughout the video. This is going to be a full day of eating, and when I say a full day of eating, this is like everything that I consume, not just food, supplements, and I will reveal my assistants as well. But I did film legs yesterday, so that is going to be put into later in the video for those that want to watch. But right now it's 7:30. I've been up, hydrated, done my cardio steps, and now I'm on to meal one. So what are we having and what has changed? So you already know the score. We've got 2 whole eggs. Now these did come out as double yolkers today. Now a bit of advice for anybody: when you get a double yolker, take the extra 2 yolks out, or extra yolk, depending on how many eggs you have. Come on, think about it. 4 yolks is not 2. Yes, it technically came out of 2 eggs, but 4 yolks is 4 yolks. That's, in my head, twice as much fat. So the reason why they look the way they do is because I had to take the yolks out and ended up messing them up. So 2 whole eggs, an apple, and this was 100 grams cream of rice. It's now 75 with 30 grams of whey. And then obviously my allocated salt for the day, which is weighed out at 6 pink and 3 low salt in there. So I've dashed that across both meals. All of my health supplements are in there, which I'm going to run over after I've eaten this meal. The new engineered shakers. So this is a 1 litre shaker. I've already drank one of these while I was doing my cardio. I've got another one here now. So that will put me on 2 litres by the time I finish this. This is what we're running with for the cream of rice and the whey combo. So we've got ISO 100 gourmet vanilla with vanilla cream of rice. Boring, but I like it. You can grab both of them off Engineered and this. You already know, Joe 10. So I'm going to eat this now, and then I'm going to run you through all my health supplements for those that don't know. And I'm also going to run you through my lipolytics, which I take fasted before I do my fasted step, fasted cardio. And another product which I've been using as well, which I'm really enjoying, which I'll run that through as well. So I'll see you in the next one when we talk about lipolytics, supplements. And I'm going to hold off on what I'm running till later in the video. Alright guys, that meal went down tremendous. It's about 7:45 now. I was, as you can tell in that video, before this one, I was hungry and I needed a pick-me-up real quick. So I'm going to run you through quickly the supplements I take for my health and everyday well-being, and then I'm going to run you through the lipolytics, the things that I take to help increase the fat burning properties of the body. So what do I take for health? For daily longevity. So engineered cardiac, this is looking at the cardiovascular system, blood pressure, how your heart works, things of that nature. This is kind of like, for me, this is the base of health supplements when it comes to the engineered range. Take this if you are on a cruise year round. And this should be kind of like the base health supplement that you use, and then you can add others to it. The panel on this is mad. The serving size total is 12 tabs a day, 6 in the morning, 6 at night. You could do 3 in the morning, 3 at night. Try a half serving, get your bloods done, reassess. I do 6 and 6 because, you know, I kind of am pushing things. I will also take hepatic, which is the liver support. I just always have run this alongside cardiac. Do you need this? Need, no. Assess via blood work. Again, 12 caps, you could do 3 and 3, or you could do 6 and 6 like me. So I will stack the cardiac and the hepatic together. I've not used Nephron yet. When I get my bloods done, which is soon, if I need it, I will take it. So those are 6 in the morning, 6 at night, both of those. Turbo Regen, KPV, BPC. So BPC is to help regenerate the lining of the digestive system. KPV is to reduce inflammation of the stomach. So this is for digestion. Don't be buying this to help with digestive issues. Get to the root cause first, then put this on top as and when that has been sorted out. It will help streamline efficiency. It won't help root cause the problem. It's just like putting plaster on a band-aid on a wound, or a plaster on a wound. So Turbo Regen, I'll do 1 tab morning, 1 tab night. Turbo Choline, so this is to control your prolactin. If you're using 19 Nors, you might just run high naturally, which I do. So this is to control one of the estrogenic pathways. I'm not using a 19 Nor now, but I do run naturally high. My bloods came back, my prolactin was in the 400, so I'll do 1 cap morning, 1 cap night. It's a very good alternative before you start using pharmaceutical intervention like Cabergoline. Use Turbo Choline first. Turbo Mag, I only use this intra workout and before bed. If I use it on the morning, yeah, toilet trip becomes a thing because I've got fast gastric transit. So Turbo Mag 2 caps intra, 4 caps before bed to help me with sleep. If you are assisted, you will burn through magnesium like no other, so you need to replenish it. Citrus Bergamot, my HDL came back low. Yes, low. So I'll do 1 cap morning, 1 cap night to help my cholesterol. Turbo Krill, cholesterol help, brain function, nails, joints, skin, all of that good stuff. I'll do 3 caps morning, 3 caps nights. That's 1.5 grams. Vitamin C, 1000 milligrams. So I'll do 1 cap in the morning, 2 caps before bed. Hilly has me do 2 caps before bed because he has found that it helps sleep. Can I confirm that? I sleep pretty good anyway, and I take other things for sleep, so I just follow his recommendation. Vitamin C, self-explanatory, you know, immune support. Glycotank, so this is our GDA, our glucose disposal agent. I'll do 1 cap in the morning because my first meal is relatively carb heavy. You could argue I don't need to because I do my fasted cardio, which will be reducing blood sugars, but I will do 1 cap morning. I'll do 1 cap pre-workout to help with the nutrients that I've taken, because I usually eat about 4 meals for a train, so I'm going to make sure all of that food is as efficiently readily available to go. So 1 cap morning, 1 cap pre, and 1 cap before bed. I will do Turbo Digest. Does what it says on the tin, so digestive enzyme. 1 cap morning, again you could argue I don't need it with the fasted work. 1 cap pre-workout, again help those meals get ready for training. 1 cap before bed to ensure that it's ready to roll while I sleep to recover. Omegas, probably my favorite when it comes to supplementation. The benefits of omegas are vast. Chat GPT them, you'll find out. But I'll do 3 caps morning, 3 caps night, so that's 6 grams of dietary fats from omegas, and then 3 grams from krill, so that's 9 grams of fats a day from fish. Again, cholesterol, anti-inflammatory, joints, hair, skin, nails, brain function. That is again 3 caps morning, 3 caps night. Turbo Dreams, which is our blood pressure support and sleep aid. This is an 8 cap serving. I will only do 4. I don't need 8. I want to do 4 because as I get deeper into prep, I've then got an escalation there that I can use to help when I get very lean and I need some help sleeping. Again, panel on all of these is massive, but this does actually help with blood pressure. So it's something it's got on other sleep formulas is the fact that this does help with blood pressure, and it does help sleep. So I will combine this Turbo Dreams with Turbo Mag to help have a deeper sleep, lower CNS stress, lower inflammation, better recovery, better performance. The dreams on this are wild, I will give you that heads up. A new product I've been trialing is from Gene Blast. So this is a multivitamin, but in, can you hear that, liquid form. So the reason why I use this is happy inside, happy outside, right? We know in a prep you're going to be highly inflamed, highly exerted, and also when you read the back of this panel, there is no way on God's green earth you are getting all of this from food. You're just not. So you've got all your usual multivitamins, you know, vitamin A through to vitamin K. You've got all your B vitamins. You've got a super mineral blend, so calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, magnesium, iron, chromium, potassium. You've got an Energizer blend, and then you've got all of your amino acids. And then the one that I really liked was the Superfoods and Heal blend, which in there there's some mad stuff like gojo berry powder, acai powder, raspberry, cranberry, green tea, bilberry, pomegranate, red beet powder, coenzyme Q10, just like, it's mad. So basically, in happy insides, happy outsides. It's 15 grams a serving, so I'll take the cap and the lid off, put it on the scales, tear it so it's 0. I'll just neck it because it's super thick. If you try and put it in this cap, you just get loads of residue left in there. So I just put it straight in my mouth, swill it down with some water. Multivitamin, I'm enjoying that right now. So in the morning, alongside my vitamins, so like I said, this is going to be a full total transparency what we're doing right now to get inside out peeled. I'll do 40 micrograms of telmisartan for blood pressure. That's a year-round thing. So obviously high blood pressure is not warranted, it's not healthy. And I will do 100 micrograms of T4 for thyroid support, which also down regulates the T3. So they came back in a good spot. Again, I run that year round. The juicy stuff, the lipolytics, what are we using right now to help mobilize and increase fatty acid transportation and oxidization, aka burn fat. Sorry, that was just a really scientific way of saying burn fat. So I will use 4 caps of EvoCore times engineered, so the collaboration between EvoCore and engineered EvoCharge. So this is, like I've said before, it's a moderate stim, moderate nootropic fat burner, pre-workout, whatever you want to call it. Now per 4 caps, which is what I do, is 250 milligrams of caffeine, which is a nice amount. You don't want to be using silly amounts of caffeine in a bolus dose, because it's going to create a high environment for stress. If your body's stressed, what you need to think about, it's like a car, and instead of having it at like 3,000 or 4,000 revs and cruising down the motorway at 70 miles an hour, you've left it in third, you've put the foot down, you're in 8,000 revs per minute, you're redlining it and you're doing 60. So you're not actually getting faster, you're not going anywhere faster, but you're just asking more of the engine. So doing that with caffeine in your physique development, not the best idea. It will cause high stress, burnout, it will possibly will affect your sleep. As you get older, I know I'm not old, but like I could handle loads of caffeine when I was younger. Now, not the case. And especially because alongside this, I will use clenbuterol. So obviously clen does already increase your heart rate, your body temperature, etc. I don't want to use both of those together, like in terms of like a high dosed fat burner and clen. So if I wasn't using clen when I wasn't using clen, I was using a fat burner that was a little bit more potent in caffeine. But because I'm using clen and a fat burner, I want to use something that's a little bit more tolerable. So 4 cups of this. I will then, like I said, do right now 40 micrograms of clenbuterol. Clenbuterol, pharmaceutical grade. It's not actually made for fat burning, but it will increase your heart rate, your body temperature, essentially just allowing for a high heart rate as for a longer period of time without movement. So combine those two. Really, I'm taking this to wake up. If I'm totally honest, I'm taking this to wake up, because I'm not having a coffee in the morning. I need something that's quick in the system, bang, get me on the treadmill, get me going. This I'm taking for fat burning, increased heart rate. But obviously that's what that does as well. So I'll take both of those. I will then take 1 mil of our L-carnitine, so that's 500 milligrams of L-carnitine, and alongside that I'll do 0.1 mil of the SLU. So that is 600 milligrams, 600 milligrams of SLU, 500 milligrams of L-carnitine. Now, why are these a very good alternative for females? Definitely, but also, I'm not going to say natural guys, because if you're natural you can't use these, but these are a great fat burning tool. That is what they are, a tool. You still have to move your body, but basically we're looking at mobilizing fatty acids, we're looking at mobilizing fat to be burnt as energy or oxidized. You need to think of the SLU. If we're going to use the car analogy again, your SLU is the burning of the fuel. This is the revving of the engine to allow the fuel to be burnt. and this is the transportation. So this transports and shuttles fatty acids into the mitochondria for it to be used. This is basically enhancing the steady state turnover of calories. I think it's an exercise mimicker, if I get that right. But they have other benefits, like the slew, for example, helps with cognitive enhancement, focus, endurance. It's also good for guys that are looking to increase their fertility, sperm mobility, etc. So I will do, like I said, 0.1 mil, so 600 milligrams of slew, 1 mil of L-carnitine, which is 500 milligrams. So that's this is still the same day. This is still the same fat burning stack. I'll then do 2 IUs of growth hormone. Why am I only using 2 and not 5 or 10 or 15 like some lads? I have a weight cap. I cannot afford to have a ton of water retention right now. Speaking of hilly, I said I want to use GH, but I want to use it for fat burning. And the kind of benefits of the fat burning stop at around 2 IUs, or so Hilly says. So I just want to use the effective dose of fat burning, so I'll take it fasted. Again, this is just going to allow your body to present fat to be burnt a lot easier. So I'll do 2 IUs of GH, still in the same day, we're still going. I'll then do, this has just been introduced, 1 milligram of MOTS-C, Monday to Friday. I'm going to be honest, I don't know a lot about this. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do. Hilly told me to take it. I'm going to do some more research on it, but it's kind of one of the peptides that everybody is saying is really worth its bang for buck. But again, it's only worth its bang for buck if you're at that level and you are doing that work. And then last but not least, now this is not every day, this is every other day. I will do 300 micrograms or 0.3 milligrams, so basically 3 clicks on the pen, of some retatrutide. Again, I'm not taking this to stunt my appetite, I'm taking this for the health benefits and for the fat burning properties. So Hilly has found microdosing 0.3 milligrams or 300 micrograms of this fasted will help with fat burning. So that is the fat burning stack that I'm using at the moment to get shredded. And I am 24 pounds down in 8 weeks. So there we go, guys. That is what I use supplement wise and lipolytics wise right now. It's extensive, but I'm here to do the 1%. You know, I'm looking to turn pro. These are the things you do when every other box is ticked. You know, I've done this for a long time. I can work hard, you know, I can eat right, I can sleep. I've got the commitment to go into sleep at the right time. So that's when these can come into play and help me move forward at a little bit faster pace with a little bit more efficiency. Do you need these to burn fat? Absolutely not. I would argue though that would be of a real good benefit, and I'm not saying that because it's just engineer's product. I mean more so get your heart rate elevated, because you need your heart rate to be at a certain elevation point for you to start tapping into oxidizing fat. It's always good to increase your heart rate quicker so that you don't have to stay on the Stairmaster for an extra 5 or 10 minutes to get your heart rate, and then that's when you should be kicking off your cardio time. You shouldn't be kicking off your cardio time if your heart rate's low from the moment you step on there. You really need to wait till your heart rate's at that point, and then you want to start kicking it off. So do you need this? No, you could just use a coffee, or you could just use caffeine powder, but this has got other little goodies in it which I like for nootropics. So yeah, I'll see you probably the next meal. Before I eat this meal, let's talk about what has been happening since you last saw me. I can't remember what I weighed last time you saw me. Might have been 224, possibly 223, 224. I'm currently 220 pounds. Well, actually I was 220.4 this morning, so weight has come down significantly. So Hilly sent me last week changes to the plan, which is obviously reduction in food on a rest day, reduction in food on a training day, and we introduced MOTS-C, and that was all of the changes. However, that has seen me drop 4 pounds, which is really good. I think that's when you last saw me was 224. So I weighed in yesterday at 220, so I dropped 2.4 pounds from Wednesday to Thursday. So Wednesday I was 222.4, yesterday I was 220 on the button. Today I was 220.4. So I've gone up 0.4 of a pound from training legs, which is good, put it that way. So I imagine, if my prediction is right, because I've only gone up 0.4 from legs, I reckon we'll see 219 tomorrow, if not the day after. Because tomorrow is another training day, so I might not, because I might be inflamed, and then Sunday's a rest day. So I imagine we'll see 219, if not 218, in the next couple of days. Hilly did warn me that I will have quite a good drop following the reduction in food and the implementation of MOTS-C. And if you notice anything, guys, from the change that Hilly makes, is they are very small, they're very incremental. But because I've been so meticulous in my off season when it comes to eating on plan, yes, I was eating off plan, but 99% of the time I was eating on plan. I was training hard, and when Hilly took over, I was in a position of being on TRT or cruise for 16 weeks. So body was in a position of being able to push. Blood work confirmed that. I was on top of my health supplements. I was moderate to low output, so training 5 days a week, 8 to 10,000 steps, more towards the 10,000 mark. You know, my food choices were what I would be eating in prep, and I treat my off season like I treat my prep. All that happened was, when Hilly picked up, it was a case of allowing me to take some rest, get my bloods, and then look to make one food change. And ever since then, mind and body have been in a really good place. So yeah, I'm moving, man. Now we're into pretty much part 2 of prep with 15 weeks to go. So we are 15 weeks out as of Saturday. Excited, very excited. The physique's coming to life now, and that has been definitely the result of just being patient last year, taking a rest when my body wasn't playing ball, not like persistently pushing through, which does need to be done sometimes. But last year I knew that something was off, and also obviously giving Hilly the reins in a good position, like I've just stated, and things are moving, body's coming to life. And I think I'm definitely building tissue and getting leaner at the same time, so job is a good one. So I'm gonna eat this meal now, and then probably run some errands and catch you for meal 3. All right, we're back. Meal 2 time. It's just gone 20 to 10. Again, like I said, meal sources, food sources will stay the same throughout prep. That is key for digestion and knowing what your body's response is going to be. If there's any advice I can give people when it comes to eating in bodybuilding, it is find foods that work for you. Potentially you will get food intolerances as you use them for long periods of time. But for me personally, I found the foods that work. Rice is my friend. I can't really use potatoes, white or sweet. They just don't sit very well. Bread I can use. Still not as good as cream of rice, rice pudding, rice flour, jasmine rice, rice cakes, etc. So meal 2 going down, we have 75 grams of dry weight jasmine rice. This was 100, I believe. 225 grams of raw weight, 5% grass-fed mince is under there. Veg. Condiment of choice right now, sriracha. If anybody has, by the way, a method where you can constantly have the sauce coming out the top of here, let me know. Basically now, when I do it, it doesn't come out, and I'm squeezing it so hard and waiting for that cap to blow off. So now I have to like unscrew the lid and like dish it on. So if anybody knows why or how to stop it happening, let me know. Still 200 grams of pineapple. Why pineapple? Tastes good, micronutrients. And people say they don't eat it for digestion reasons. They do. It's got bromelain, it helps digest protein. And another litre of water, plus salt on there. So yeah, this is meal 2. I'm going to get 4 meals in today before I train, because I'll be training I've got a haircut at 2:30, so I'll probably train around 3:30, 4, which is around my usual training time. But yeah, I'm going to get this in, probably go for a walk. I've got some errands I need to run as well. I need to go to the post office. And then I'll catch up with meal 3. To be fair, after this meal, what I might do is give you an update of what's been going on, weight-wise, etc. Actually, do you know what? Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. Let's set the camera up. Hang on, hang on. All right, meal 3 about to go down, and the sun is out. The weather in the UK is so bipolar, man, it's mental. Anyway, so went to post office, sent some money off the boss man because I need some more supplies. Grabbed a coffee, had half an hour in the coffee shop. Like, there's something so therapeutic about going to grab a coffee and just chilling out, watching the world go by, just taking 5 minutes, man. Must be me getting old. But anyway, meal 3 is 75 grams raw weight jasmine rice, 225 2% turkey steak, veg, 5 mils or grams of olive oil, sriracha and salt. And that is meal 3, pretty straightforward. If you ever wonder why I use turkey over chicken, there's not really a real reason, to be honest. However, one thing I remember seeing somebody post about a little while ago was, think about how mass-produced chicken is and the supply and demand of it. Something about that makes me think that it's not the best. Probably full of hormones, full of steroids, ironically. But I feel like turkey's a lot less mass-produced, so I feel like the quality of it will be a lot better. And also, after I've eaten chicken for, I even want to know how many years. I don't even know. Was I even in that shop? Yeah, how many years I've eaten chicken for, you get a little bit sick of like the texture and the taste. So turkey's just a nicer texture, nicer taste. So I'm gonna eat this now. Then I've got some steps I need to do. Now the sun's out, I will grab some vitamin D and then catch you for meal 4 before we go get our haircut. Then you'll watch legs from yesterday. And then we'll get into the last meal of the day and what you've all been waiting for, so stay tuned. Alright guys, we're going in for meal 4, pre-workout meal, but today is Friday, day 1 of the Arnold Classic, and we are in with Mr. Fuad Abiad on the live stream, and as we can see, the first call outs is Mamoli, Mike, Wesley, and this new guy, I've forgotten his name, but Fuad just said it. Kim didn't make first call out. I'm very surprised, but Mike looks very impressive considering he had to suck down to sub 204, and I do think he could take this, you know. He could take it. Wesley looks like Wesley. Mike is looking really good. Mike's just got that je ne sais quoi. Wesley looks good. Wesley's more golden era than he is like classic in my eyes. I just like Mike's physique a bit more when it's presented. When I see Wesley on his own, I'm like, yeah, that's sick, but Mike's more like classic. But anyway, pre-workout meal, meal 4, going down. What is happening? 50 grams of dry weight jasmine rice. That's 200 grams of dry weight rice for the day. It was 250, so in total we dropped 50 grams of rice. So 50 grams of raw weight rice in here. 225 turkey steak, veg, salt, sriracha, 5 grams of olive oil, and I will take, as I said before, 1 cup Turbo Digest, 1 tab of Glycotank to aid with nutrient absorption before training. I will eat this, I will drink this before I go train at about 4, so another litre before 4 o'clock. So that's 4 litres total for the day. I'm going to run you through my pre-workout when I put it together, and then I'm going to head for our haircut in half an hour and then on for pull. So with that being said, that is an anabolic setup right there. Let's get it. Alright, pre-workout going down, pre-workout meal has gone in. What is the pre-workout artillery? Let's have a look. Boom. So, new engineered shakers on deck in here, pre-workout. So, I will drink this on the way to the gym, about 20 minutes out. So I have 6 grams, 6 grams of Stim 1. Yes, 6. A serving, I believe, is 8. I accidentally spilt 12 into a pre-workout on Monday and thought, you know what, I'll just send it. Worst thing I could do, this had my anxiety through the roof, and I can handle stims. So 8 grams is a serving, 350 milligrams of caffeine. I do 6 grams, which, do the math, I don't know, maybe 300 milligrams of caffeine. Perfect. Very good pre-workout. 6 grams, perfect. The new brand, Gene Blast, their pump formula, 24 grams total in there. You know me, I believe in pump formulas, increase blood flow, nutrients, etc. 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of glutamine. We're good to go. Intra, I'll drink this halfway through. 30 grams of carb tank, so that's a tri-carb blend. 25 grams MPS max to spike muscle protein synthesis and prevent catabolism, aka getting skinny bitch. And then 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of glutamine. Drink that in water. So there we go, guys. The magic river water looking potions. That is the pre-workout artillery. You can grab all of this at Engineered Joe 10. Obviously I keep it real here, and I will keep it real with Riz. I have just found out that this shaker bottle, there should be a rubber seal that goes around where you screw the cap on. I've lost already one of the rubber seals in there. Must have come out in the dishwasher, and this is kind of leaking. You can't really see it, but yeah, it's leaking, so I'm gonna have to feed that back to Riz. He's gonna more than likely be happy to take that feedback to help improve things, so I'll give him that feedback. But onto the gym. I've got 10 minutes to get out the house. I'm gonna go shoot a mil of L-carnitine, so 500 milligrams, and then head off. And then I'll see you for post-workout. Welcome to leg day, the day after rest day and the day before pull day. Today is Thursday, the day after Wednesday and the day before Friday. There's a guy on Instagram that does that, and it's absolutely hilarious. Me and my brother can't stop saying it. I hope you can hear me, by the way, because anytime I film in this gym, there's always a speaker right next to me. But yeah, in for legs. So I'm actually filming this the day before the day I'm going to film the full day of eating. So today's Thursday, I'll film tomorrow Friday. I really wanted to film today, but I think it'd be better to film tomorrow. So I've not done a leg day on the channel, I don't think. Mainly for the reason that legs is a body part that I absolutely fucking love, and I also hate at the same time. Everybody knows when it comes to legs, you've got to find something else. You've got to pull something else out of you. I don't know what it is, because I give the same intensity to legs as I do any other body part. But legs, I want to scream, cry, spew, all at the same time. So I'm going to take you through legs. I'm going to try my best to give you as much detail between each exercise. I'm sorry if it does get a little bit quieter, because when I get in the zone for legs, I'm there, and I don't really come out of it. So I will do my best. I have hit a new bodyweight low this morning of 220, which I'll explain tomorrow in more depth when it's more the time and the place. However, I dropped 2.4 pounds overnight, so new low today. We are 1 pound off the halfway mark to the cap. So yeah, gonna get this leg session done. I'll update you with all relevant stuff tomorrow, but for today it's legs. I've done all my mobility stuff that Liv sent over, all my relevant stretches and warm-up stuff. I've warmed up on the adductor, so now it's time to do my working sets. I'll only show you the top sets of every exercise. Hack squat and leg press, I do only have one set, but everything else, all the isolation stuff, I'll just show you top set. I am going to stay mic'd up, so I apologise for the ASMR that's about to go down. But yeah, leg day, man. Thursdays take my fucking soul. But we leave no stone unturned, we leave no food on the table. And if I'm not doing it, somebody else will, so I'm not going to let that happen, am I? Right, let's get this done. Okay. Yeah, good. Woo. So that was 2 sets on the adductor. I have it on cam 5. Even on cam 5 it's still quite hard to get short. Like you can see the last rep I'll take it like 3/4 of the way there and I'll finish it off myself. So that's 2 sets of 12 to 15. So happy with that full stat plus the cam, so the little twisty thing, and then 1 peg down from the top and the full cam. It's usually where I sit on that. Some people argue that maybe it's too much weight, but my legs rub together when I get chub rubs, so I must be doing something right. So that's first exercise done. I like doing adductors first. I just always have, it feels like it gives me more stability. And when I load it, everything from the knee down is completely limp, or as limp as I can make it. And I literally will, when I hold the weight before I do the first rep, I'll squeeze my thighs together, put the load where I want it, and then when I release, I'm releasing through adductor, so I can feel it, and then just fucking yank myself in the seat, fucking go. So next up is prime seated hamstring curl. I'll do this on cam 1. I like doing hamstrings and leg extensions before I do my main compound moves. So adductors, hamstrings and leg extensions first. Seated because it's more focused, more locked in than a lie-in, less lower back involvement. Just drop the knee pad, lock yourself in with your hands and go. So be another 2 sets here. Probably do like an 8 to 10 and then a 10 to 12. Yeah, I'll film the top set on this one. Again, try your best not to kick it. You want to start from not quite a fully extended leg. You want a little bit of a drop in the leg so that the hamstring's loaded, and then you want to drive. And as you drive, you want to just think about getting faster and harder contraction, and then release up through hamstring and just repeat. Don't kick. When you think about load, drive, release. Let's get it. Say that. 3, 2, yeah, my bar. Come on, here we go. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, my bad. Hell yeah. Woo. Thanks, man. Somebody. So 2 good sets on the hamstring curl there. I don't know if anybody else feels this. There's not many prime pieces that I can actually use cam 5 on. So cam 5 is like heavier in the stretch and then it lets off towards the top, which in theory should be the right strength setting to match that of your muscle. However, for me personally, I find that when you put it on setting 5, it gets very aggressive in the stretch to the point where it's actually quite dangerous. And then because I've been so used to all my life using machines without resistance curves, when I use setting 5, I'm that strong through the whole range of the rep, besides the last 1 or 2 reps in the short. When it gets into that lengthened rate, it's heavy in the stretch, lighter in the short. When I get to the shortened range, I've got that much force behind it, it almost takes off. So I like setting 1 on pretty much all prime pieces, pin loaded, apart from rear fly, I like set 5. But anyway, seated hamstring curl, setting 1, 2 sets. First one was 8 to 10, second one was 10 to 12. I think I got 10 on each, to be honest. I might have got 11 on the second one, I can't remember. But usually I do 11 holes down, which is like 1 off the bottom plus the cam. But because I've dropped 25 pounds of body weight, it's not so much a strength thing as it is more of an injury prevention thing. Because you're so locked into that machine, you really are isolating hamstring. And I literally, already when I'm sat on that machine, I can already feel my hamstring cords on the edge of the seat. So that tells me there's not a load of body fat there, and I don't want to be like pissing around. In my head, and I've been there before where I've hurt myself on machines for trying to keep my ego massaged, it makes more sense to me to start to just drop it down one peg. It's not the end of the world, take it to failure, but just be super careful. It's about compounding in progress over a long period of time. So yeah, first one was 10 pins down plus the cam, second one was 9 pins down plus the cam, so just one up from top set. So now I will move on to prime leg extension. So like I said, I do all of my like isolation stuff first, so adductors, into hamstring curl, into leg extension, and then we move into the compound stuff. Give it a go. It's helped me reduce weight massively, and it also allows me to feel a little bit more stable and secure in the compound work, because there's so much blood in the muscle, and it just makes my joints feel better as well, because I've got the knees of an 80-year-old man. So enough talking. Jess is just on this hamstring curl, so I'll wait for her to do her thing, and then we'll get after it. 2 sets of 10-15. Hell oh, fuck. Oh, so that's 2 solid sets done on leg extension. I was happy with those. Really wanted to like emphasize for me like internally the screen, and if you notice on the way down when I drag it down, the whole machine fucking wobbles, man, when I'm on my top set. There's that much like tension running through my quad that the whole machine like wobbles. I don't know if you ever watch JP train. I'm not comparing myself to JP, but he does the same thing on like all of his sets. That much stimulus to his whole body that he has that much shaking in every set. So that is 6 sets done like isolation work. So 2 on the adductor, 2 on the seated ham, 2 on the leg extension. So now I'm going to have my intra new engineered shaker bottles. You can get yours using my discount code Joe10. I don't know if they're they're meant to be indestructible, but I ain't risking my intra by dropping a 20 plate on it, but that would be the true test, wouldn't it, in the gym, by dropping a 20 plate on it. But 30 grams of carb tank, 25 grams of MPS max, 10 grams of glutamine, 10 grams of creatine, 2 caps of turbo mag. And the reason why these are so good, by the way, is because if this was in my bag, if it was any other bottle, that cap would just flick off. I've had it before. But on the inside of these, they've got like rubber. So like, I don't know if you can hear this. Like when you open it, it has like a bit of suction, so. Refuel now, and then we're into our first compound of the session. So I'm drinking this about halfway through. I've done 4 exercises. I've got 4 left. 2 of them being the compound exercises. So let's get nasty. Diesel. Stay with it, yeah? Yeah. Oh boys, can't believe it. Oh, that top set of the pendulum squat didn't record. I got 5 wheels as well, which I was buzzing with because I've been building that back up from when I had that tendonitis problem, like that left quad tendon issue. And I got 5 plates there for like 8 reps, and I was buzzing with the set. But I watched it back, and what you'll see, I'll put the clip in the video. When I've climbed into the machine, because I've got the mic here, It's got some goofy fucking buttons on the side. When I climbed in, I caught the handle, like the one that you unrack. I must have pressed the button and it's cancelled the recording. I'm fucking gutted. It was a good set though as well. I was well happy with that. Oh well, re-seeing it, re-spotted me. I might get it off the CCTV, to be fair. Nah, fuck it. Definitely happened though. So anyway, it is what it is. Now we're going on to leg press. Cybex. Oh yeah, stay with me, lad. Let's go.
Yep, let's go. Come on. Go on, up. Easy. Go on. Light work. Come on. Yep. Come on. Yeah. Yes, come on. Up. Yep. Go on.
Yeah. Woo. Holy shit. Nice.
Nice one, brother.
I'm so glad you let go of that. I'm so glad you let go of it. I was like, oh, I did get it.
You did, yeah.
Oh. Ooh. So there we go, boys. I say there we go, you didn't even get to see the top set on pendulum. I'm absolutely gutted about that. I was just saying to Will there, who spotted me for this leg press, I was like, the one day I finally muster up the courage to come and film legs, and the pendulum doesn't even record, man. I am gutted about that, but it did happen. I didn't actually pretend. So 5 plates for what? I think it was 8 or 9 on the pendulum, and then 7.5 on here for 8 or 9. I think it was 8, but that last one I was well happy with, because Will was going to drive it, but I found a second wind out of the buzzer. I was just saying to Will there, I've got a little bit of a mental barricade on this leg press at the moment, like going over 7 plates, because obviously I was telling you about my quad tendon that was playing up because of like low, we believe low estrogen, and it was this kind of this leg press that was flaring it up a little bit, but I actually did it on the hip press. Either way, that's the first time I've gone 7.5 since I actually done it, so yeah, happy with that. So as you can see, I only do 2 compounds, 1 set each on legs. Right, I'm going to pick the mic up and put it in my hand because that is very loud. So if you didn't hear me before now, I apologise. So yeah, I only do 2 compounds, 1 set each. I'll do a squat variation and a leg press variation. The reason why I only do 1 set is because I can take it all the way to failure. There's not a need for me to do 2. If I did 2, it would be junk volume and I would be smashed after legs. So until you have the right, and I'm not saying that in a big-headed way, because I've really only just earned the right to do this. You know, I've been in the gym since I was 16, I've been bodybuilding since I was 23, so I've only just really earned the right to do this 1 working set, but everything else is 2. So that's compound work done. I've literally got 2 sets of lion ham and 2 sets of like straight leg calf raise, and that is me done. But I've got a set of stripping the fucking weight off this machine, which some of you haven't got the bandwidth to do. Right, anyway, let's crack on. Oof. 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 Go. 1. Oh, fuck. Woo. God damn. Woo. Right, boys, we'll go in front camera on this one. F it. Straight leg, calf raise, or the Atlantis leg. No, sorry, Arsenal leg press is the best. This is honestly, I put like the majority of my like calf growth down to this machine, I'm being totally honest, because you're able to, it's got a little bit of a pad on the bottom of the footrest, perfect for calf raises. The reason why I like a leg press calf raise, like a straight leg calf press on the leg press, that makes sense. Basically it's because you can lock yourself in, you can load it, so I've got 7 plates aside on here. I can go full stretch, full squeeze, and because I've got a back support and I'm able to pull myself into the seat, I can just give it everything for 2 sets. And I personally find doing a seated calf raise or any calf raise where I've got a bent knee, I just can't get the same connection. I don't know what it is. My knees slip from under the pad, like I'll put chalk on my knees, that doesn't work. My feet come off the foot pad. For some reason on this, everything just locks in, it's all lined up perfectly. Feet, knees, hips, all in one perfect line, and I can just go to failure, and I come off here with like the nastiest pump. So I'll do 2 sets here, anywhere between 10 to 15. If I go over 15, I'm not going to lose sleep about it, because calves are able to recover from heavy weight, high volume. So yeah, 2 sets here and we're done, and I'm going to do some post-workout stretching. Grab a sunbed because I'm keeping on top of that this prep. I'm not going to let it drop off. And then yeah, home for post-workout. So let's get it. Oh yeah. Here we go. Ooh. Oh fuck, damn. Oh. And that is legs complete. Very good session, considering I dropped 2.4 pounds overnight. Not that I ever let that waver the mindset going into legs, and you should never ever do that. You should always step foot in the gym with the mindset that you are going to progress, because I'm a big believer in speaking things into existence. If you go into the gym telling yourself you're tired, you're hungry, you know, you're not going to be as strong, whatever it might be, in a negative mindset, it really will come to fruition. So I always go in there with the same aggression, the same mindset. I am going to progress. It doesn't even enter my mind, but obviously if things weren't to be as good, there would be a reason, do you know? And that's definitely one thing to take into consideration when it comes to dieting and prep. But unfortunately, pendulum squat didn't film, but 5 plates on there for like 9 reps, 8 or 9, 7.5 plates for what, 8. So yeah, really good session, buzzing with that. I feel wicked. Like, I can't stress to people enough like the benefits of physical exercise, and obviously in my world, in our world, you know, bodybuilding. I fucking love it. I love bodybuilding. Like, you know, you cut me open, I bleed bodybuilding. I fucking live for this shit, man. I really do. This is like my addiction to other people's cocaine addiction. Like, this is it. Like, I love it, the endorphin rush. But yeah, good session. Like I said, you're going to see this This has been filmed on Thursday. I'm going to do a full day of eating on a Friday. I won't film the pool session because you've already seen that. But I'm going to get home now. I got my last meal and then it's hit the hay for another day. That rhymed. And see where the weight is tomorrow. Can we get to 219? Can we get to that literal halfway mark? That 25 pounds down, 25 more to go. I know there's definitely a lot of weight to come off still, but 15 weeks to do it. I'm excited. So yeah, enjoy guys the rest of the video. It's been a pleasure. Sorry I didn't get the pendulum squat. It did happen, I'm not lying. But yeah, I'll see you in whatever the next. Alright boys, we are back from the gym, from getting the trim. I've got no trousers on right now, so hopefully you can't see below my waist, because if you can, it's nothing impressive. We ain't packing shit. But post-workout meal, so nothing has changed here. 125 grams cream of rice, 100 grams of banana. The rest of my salt allocation for the day. And then in here is 60 grams of ISO 100 made into a paste. So I have made the cream of rice, put it in the freezer, made the whey paste, put it in the fridge, and then I ran upstairs and I ran a very, very hot bath. Why? Because recovery. Recovery, blood flow, put me into a parasympathetic nervous system. Basically means to be able to digest my food as efficiently as I can. Also to help me sleep, to get better sleep, because I am not just taking sleep supplements to do that. My bedroom is dark, my bedroom is cold. Blue light blockers to prevent blue light, to allow my body to release melatonin. Obviously a hot bath as well. If you raise your core body temperature, it will then allow your body to naturally cool itself off, which means a better sleep because you'll be cooler. Obviously I'm going to eat this, which is cold, which is amazing. All of my supplements which I showed you this morning, including 4 caps of Turbo Dreams, 4 caps of magnesium. I did also take 10 milligrams of Cialis before I trained, because I've got like 150 tablets upstairs with no reason to use them right now. Apart from an amazing pump, epic boners with no reason to use them. It is what it is. This is my last meal. I'm going to slam a load of water. I probably shouldn't because it's coming up close to bedtime. However, I just sweat loads in the bath. But that might also help me hit 219 tomorrow. Very good back session today. Very good, well, pull session. The best of prep so far. Went in there, I figured out the prime pull down. Now I've got that on lock. Reduced the volume. I spoke about this on my Instagram. I was doing too much direct back volume in that session. Pulled 2 sets out, which was actually 3 sets because it was actually 2 sets of unilateral, 1 set of dual arm, which worked way better. It allowed me to do more quality over quantity. Like I said earlier, I've figured out the right amount of pre-workout now, which allows me to be stimulated, not annihilated. Allows me to be focused more in the gym, less anxiety. So that is a full day of eating right now. Like I said, lower carbs in meal 1, lower carbs in meal 2, 3, and 4. I will also take, before bed, a scoop of join-in to help my joints. I'm taking this before bed to help with reducing inflammation, so I have the ability to press and lift without my joints falling apart. I will also take half a unit of melanotan because your boy is smashing the sunbeds right now, because being pale is not a vibe. So We're going to sit down. I've been that person. Let's wrap this up with, what are you running right now, bro? Sorry, boys, I've been that person that's made you wait until the very end to talk about what we are running anabolic-wise right now. Sorry, I've not got the spotlights on. It's too late and it's far too jarring to do that. So, hypothetically, what are we running? I'm not a doctor. This is for me, in theory, for nobody else. So you do not copy what I say. This has been put for me to take my physique to the level it needs to be. So we are running 3 compounds right now. These 3 compounds I would describe as my base bread and butter, and they are like the softer compounds. They're not tropical compounds. They're nothing exciting, so to speak. All the fun stuff comes in towards the end, as we know this, for strength, retention, performance increase, and also the cosmetic benefits. So right now we are running test, so testosterone enanthate 750 milligrams. We are running equipoise at 150 milligrams, and we are running mastron at 500 milligrams. So total milligrams per week right now is, what's that, 1.2, 1.3, 1,350 milligrams, so 1.35 grams a week. It's not groundbreaking. There's a lot of people doing a lot more than I am. Like I said, we've got a weight cap. That testosterone dose did go up because we found that 150 EQ for me was very powerful, very powerful. So I do need to get blood work from eval, review that, see where we're sat, and then go from there. And that is what we are doing right now. Obviously further down the line, there will be, I don't think, any more escalations. I think for those 3 compounds, that is where we will sit for the rest of prep, because I am getting fuller, rounder, stronger, leaner, and better. Feel amazing on those 3 compounds. There may be people asking why we're not running Primo and why we're running EQ, why we're not running Mastron and Primo, why we're running EQ. Long story short, I said to Hilly, I love Primo. I can get my hands on legit Primo, because right now obviously there is, or was, a bit of a scare, but if you know the right people, there isn't. But I just said to Hilly, look, I've ran in the past with previous coaches a lot of DHT as a safe use model, and believe it or not, it's not that safe running 2 grams of DHT. I just wanted to give EQ a go. I've seen a lot of people using it. I think it gives a really nice full look. You don't need a lot of it. So a lot of this decision came down to me basically not wanting to absolutely burn money, because it isn't cheap to use DHTs at the moment. You can get a lot more bang for your buck in terms of estrogenic control with a lot less oil volume. It's not a bragging right. It's not a passage. It's not a rite of passage. It's not a medal of honor to say that you're running milligrams and milligrams and mils, because every time that you do that, every time you put that in your body, that is one risk to infection. But it's also what people don't think, and this is one thing that Phil Heath's big on, is it's inflammation. The more oil, the more foreign substance you put in your body, the more of an inflammatory response you'll get. So the less you can put in there, the better. So if I can do 150 EQ and get as much benefit as running 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even a gram of Primo, I'm going to do that. I'm really enjoying it right now. At 150, it's not giving me any anxiety problems. Obviously, hemoglobin, RBC, is to be confirmed after bloods, but I'm really enjoying the setup right now of all 3 compounds. The ratios is really working. And yeah, obviously further down the line, we will have some much more enjoyable assistance come into play. But that is the full day of eating. That is everything I place in my mouth and in my body for the day. Legs, I had a wicked pull session. I don't know how long this video is and how long it will be, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like, comment and subscribe, please, because it does help. I am doing this purely for documentation of myself to look back on, as well as bring people along on the journey, and hopefully for you guys to get some insight and benefit and learnings. I've had a lot of people come back to me and say that the one with Liv was very beneficial. On that, while I'm here, Liv, if you've got this far, it probably has come out before your birthday, but I'm not with Liv on Sunday when I should be, because it's her birthday. I won't disclose how old she is because she won't be happy, but Liv, happy early or late birthday, depending on when you see this. So I will be with Liv on Wednesday instead of Sunday. So I will have gone 17 days without a massage, which is still acceptable. Right, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you very much. We are actually 14 weeks out tomorrow. I miscalculated, it's not 15, it's 14. So we have 14 weeks to lose 26 pounds as of right now. Hopefully tomorrow that is a lower amount, possibly 25, maybe even 24, but we'll see. So thank you guys, appreciate you all. Have a good weekend. See you in the next one.